Greetings to you, dear friends. I really want to appreciate you for being there for us, following us all this while, and supporting what we do. Honestly, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I want to discuss with us this season, and I want to do that in series. Therefore, I titled this series Joseph Series. Joseph Series. In this series, I will be discussing a few salient themes, which include what I have here: be deliberate with your dreams, common mistakes that kills dream, riding on the wings of your haters, face the face, maintain good and high spirit always, mystery of life that only God's mercy solves. Be conscious uh, of your track records, and humility and forgiveness the key to sustaining success. Within these few days, I will be talking about these things I've just mentioned, but today I will be talking on be deliberate with your dream. Be deliberate with your dream. Quickly, I want to define dream in a layman's understanding. Very simple, definition. But I will be looking at it in two ways. One, dream as a divine revelation of events. Divine revelation of events. These events can be past events, it can be present events, and it can as well be future events. So, divine revelation of events. And then the second one is imaginary events. Imaginary events. Events that you imagine in your heart, you kind of think about, talk about, plan, and have it played out in your mind, even when it has not really taken place physically. So, in these two definition of dreams, you will agree with me that one happens in your conscious mind while the other happens in your subconscious mind. Divine revelation of events happen in your subconscious mind when you are either sleeping or you are not aware of what is happening around you, but you see, you kind of have what we call having dreams. Something is playing in your mind, you cannot even explain, you don't even direct, but you wake up only to say, I had a dream last night and this is what happened, this is what happened. Most times, why I look at it as divine revelation is these things reveal either what will happen, what had happened, what is happening, or what will happen. You are the one, you are not the one framing it up. You are not the one conjuring it. It is coming on its own. It is given to you by God. While the other one is, that is the imaginary one, happens in in your conscious mind. You sit down and think of something, play it in your mind, have it, uh, planned and executed just the way you want it to happen in your mind. So it happens in your conscious mind. Now, these two works together, they work pari passu. The one that happens in your subconscious mind and the one that happens in your conscious mind, they work together. So when you have this revelation in your subconscious mind, those things that play in your subconscious mind, you now relate it, you plan it and have it worked out in your conscious mind. So that is dream, and I am talking about being deliberate with these things. You really need to be deliberate with your dreams. Again, before I proceed, I'll be looking at dream as a sack bag that has two ends. A sack bag that has two ends. One is sealed, that is, one end is sealed while the other end is open. So, being deliberate here talks about the end you follow. So if you choose to follow the end that is sealed, you get yourself stuck in the sack bag. And when it happens that way, we sometimes look at it as, disappointment, dream not being fulfilled, and all of those things. So, but when you follow the other end that is opened, you see yourself, being free. You see yourself walking out, and then the dream blossoming, and you excelling. And making this choice of the end to follow is where being deliberate comes into play. Making the choice of where to follow is where being deliberate comes into play. So dreams are not what we just we have in the night and wake up in the morning, and then I have a dream. No, you really need to be deliberate with these dreams. You really need to be deliberate with. Okay, I will look at um, about just two examples from the Bible. First of all, was the dream of Joseph. Joseph, the son of Jacob. He had a dream, one and two, in different occasions. He and the dreams we're talking about one thing. It was actually talking about what will become of him, how he's going to be great, the position he's going to occupy in the family, and where his parents and then his siblings will be worshiping him. They will be under him. They kind of will be serving him. So he had this dream, and he told his brothers. And that is not telling his brothers and what happened later. It's not what we're going to talk about today. But he had this dream, and that it took place in his subconscious mind. It was a divine revelation of an event to come. Now, but what he does after the subconscious revelation, that is after the dream in the night, is where being deliberate comes into play. Okay, okay. I want to agree that after that dream, he started shaping his life, to make sure that it aligns with what he saw in the dream. He started working towards that. He took some decisions, made some very important steps to make sure that what he saw in his dream will actually come to pass. Okay, have you asked yourself a question why, when Joseph was in the house of Potiphar, and the Potiphar's wife wanted to sleep with him, offering him a shortcut of fulfillment, shortcut to success. But Joseph said to himself, I cannot do this evil. I cannot, because he has already known that on following that step will actually lead to the destruction of the dream. So he thought of the steps he must take, things he must do, and things he must avoid for the dream to come to pass. Okay, let us also look at another example. The man Pharaoh. He had a dream, two dreams, talking of the same thing also. And the two dreams we are referring to, the 7 years of plenty and then 7 years of famine. He woke up in the morning and could not interpret that dream. He was troubled. He was seriously troubled. But at the end of the whole thing, Joseph was made to come before the king and then interpreted the dreams to him. Joseph also advised them that in managing, responding to this dream, you need to come up with plans that will help you manage what you had, what you saw in your dream. So you really need to be deliberate here. And one of the things they did was, number one, Joseph said the 7 years of plenty we should manage, have savings, store enough food. So by the time we come to the 7 years of scarcity, 7 years of famine, you have enough from your store. So you look at it that decision that Pharaoh took by saving from the years of plenty is the act of deliberate we are talking about, a deliberate act we are talking about here. And that deliberate act was to make sure that the dream will be will be favorable and will suit the owner of the dreams. So and look at how the 7 years of famine, 7 years of scarcity was revealed to him in his subconscious mind, but in his conscious mind, they sat down, sought for interpretation to the dreams, and then came up with plans to manage it. All right, I want to quickly look at it from this perspective. Sometimes you will, have a kind of a dream where something will be revealed to you, maybe something disastrous, something that is not, good and one should not pray for. That is revealed to you in your subconscious mind. Thank God for such revelation. Now, in your conscious mind, you need to sit down and deliberately think of what to do, how to avert. There is possibility for that being revealed. It means there is an opportunity, ample opportunity to avert such disastrous revelations or events. So I will say here, if you have a dream of a doom to come, what you need to do as the action you need to take at that moment, being deliberate, is to do the opposite of what really happened in your dream.